Greetings, everybody. Welcome to the premiere, the promo for tonight's show on armoroftruth.net, Black Winter. What's going on with this headline that we've got here for you? The elite leak plans for an apocalyptic mayhem. We're going to read this for you tonight on the show and let you decide what it is that we're looking at. This is something that came across the desk this week, and I'm not sure what to make of it, but we'll just read it and apply some discernment. Let's look at some stories that we're going to cover tonight. I'll share a couple sentences with you from this one. A billionaire in New Zealand has supposedly leaked info to a service provider he befriended. All right, so no way to substantiate this, but the claim is that the tables are going to be turned on the narrative as we see it today. The unjuiced are the ones who are the bad guys at the moment. The claim is that the narrative is going to flip. It says, I was told in time the narrative would flip because people would see that the treatment is bogus. It would cause billions to suffer, and the people would be enraged and burn their governments to the ground. The leaders, scientists, and media would be torched, hunted in the streets. Both sides would rise up. The people promoting this medical procedure would take the fall. Because as you can see, they all appear to be quite disposable, very aged and disposable. So I'll share this whole document with you over at armoroftruth.net tonight at 7:30. armoroftruth.net. I'll share some more of the stories that we're going to have for you tonight over there. Here's where you go. You go to the link is in the description of this video, armoroftruth.net. If you go to the homepage, the link will take you right to the video. But if you go to the homepage, armoroftruth.net, scroll down to the Black Winter thumbnail, and after 7:30, if you click on that play button there, well, we'll be live right there. We're not live yet. Come over and make sure you register for the live chat. We have a live stream and a live chat. Get registered so you can chat with us. We have everything that you have over here on YouTube. We have it available right here on our own independent platform. The difference is over there we can speak freely about things. Let's talk about some of the other stories we're going to talk about tonight. Here's one. Can't say too much about over here either. Well, the Kyle Rittenhouse trial is going on now, and it has captured the attention of the nation. And as you can see, there is a narrative. What we do here, we analyze the narrative and we filter everything through the Christian worldview because that's the one that's true. That's the only way to get to the truth, to be founded in it. But this is interesting, right? It says here you could make up complete lies about Kyle, but you won't get banned. But if you say he was innocent, you will be. And you can see an example here from Twitter where Ayanna Pressley tweeted out, and I'll have to edit myself as I read this. I don't want to, we'll speak freely at armoroftruth.net tonight, but she says here, a 17-year-old white supremacist, domestic terrorist, drove across state lines armed with an AR-15, shot and killed 2 people who had assembled to affirm the value, dignity, and worth of black lives. She says, fix your headlines. All right. Another tweet that went out from the Libertarian Party of Kentucky said, watching this trial, it's ever more obvious that Kyle did nothing wrong. And that tweet, as you can see, violated our rules against glorifying violence. We prohibit content that condones or celebrates acts of violence that could promote imitation of the act. We also prohibit glorification of on and on and on. So you can see narrative control, certainly. The Ministry of Truth is at work. All right. Now, also, some interesting stories from The Guardian recently, covering a church in Moscow, Idaho, Christ Church. This is Doug Wilson's church, and you can see from these headlines, Christian group fights Idaho mandates despite pocketing bailouts. these are some very interesting articles because, look, the bias is just, it's too thick. It's too thick to almost too thick to be taken seriously, but they are quite serious. We'll read these for you. We'll look at what they're saying. How are they planning to marginalize Christianity? Well, make Christians look like terrorists, as you can see. Controversial Christian church leads war against measures. The ultra-conservative Idaho church has used misinformation and public protest to fight mandates, gaining attention of other conservative leaders, right? So more of that. And, of course, this all got started with an article about Christ Church in Moscow, Idaho, making the claims that Doug Wilson's calling for a theocracy. Well, we'll look at that. All right. I'm going to play also from some information that James White made available yesterday on his Dividing Line show. And if you can see that, I want, obviously, just come over to the show if you want to see this information. Because what you can see right there is before Jews and after Jews, and that graph represents the rate at which people expired. Okay? You can read what's on your screen there. All right. Can you see that? Now, of course, it's just a coincidence, right? Variants and whatnot. Well, I want to show you this stuff. Just got to be pretty careful over here. So let me come join us, 7:30, armoroftruth.net. And we'll show you this. What about this? Has the military been used? Are members of the military being used as test subjects? We'll talk about that. We'll look at some more of these studies about immunity. And, of course, we're going to look around the country, around the world, actually, at how some of the mitigation strategies are being ramped up. Some of the other stuff we've... Australia, of course. What are quarantine camps real? Is that a real thing? Yeah, we'll talk about it. I'll show you some articles from around. I'll show you another video clip of what happened on the floor of, I guess, Ontario Parliament in 2020. And, of course, we'll look at the fact checkers and see what the fact checkers are, right, telling us today. So we'll see what is wrong think and what is the proper group think today. And here is the piece from, claiming that leaked information, claiming that the tables of the narrative are going to be turned. I don't know. We'll read it. You can decide for yourself. And, of course, we'll finish it up with an article that I didn't get to last week on the Uncensored Show. Woke Elementary, Cupertino, California school, having the children check their power and privilege. Third graders. We'll share that with you, and I'll also give you a nice refutation of this line of thinking from Voddie Baucham. All right, new articles up over at armoroftruth.net. Here's one, the Marxist Eschatology of Critical Race Theory. This one from G3 Ministries, g3men.org. Make sure you check it out. Go over to armoroftruth.net. Make sure you check out the Culture Vault. That's where you'll find, right here. You go down here and on this little... You can find the Culture Vault right there, and you can find all kinds of articles, research articles from around the world. Also, you'll find articles of support, of encouragement. All right, here you go, armoroftruth.net. Make sure you're there at 7:30 tonight. We'll get started shortly after 7:30. Let everybody show up. So we'll be there. So I don't know. What do you think? What do you think about this? The plan. As billions die, the tables will turn on the narrative. I don't know. We'll see. We'll talk about that tonight. The only place we can talk about it is over on our independent platform. Come to the website tonight at 7:30. Give you a couple more quotes from this, if I can. You have to speak in code when you talk about this stuff. The claim is that the damage timeline for these new medical procedures is about 2 to 3 years. And that the response to people going out and getting the cookies, receiving the new mandatory cookies, has exceeded their wildest expectations. That's the claim. But that there could be a surge of anarchy. Once everyone figures out that it's not in their best interest, there could be a wave of anarchy setting the stage for a vacuum of leadership and setting up the opportunity for new government to emerge as a great savior. They make the claim, or they ask the question, why do some prominent anti-vaxxers belong to Masonic organizations? I don't know. That's a question they're asking here. Not trying to be sensationalist here. This is just pretty interesting, and I thought I would share it with you over on the website tonight. Of course, they believe in telling us in advance what they're going to do. Are these some of the people that this New Zealand billionaire said they recruited? Is this why Twitter now allows anti-vax info to circulate? They basically said this: a plan was devised many years ago, and for many years that it was all a plan. They had to wait many years for the technologies available to make the plan viable and to recruit appropriate individuals. This is definitely about a new global government being put in place, and that it's in fact already in place, operating for years in secrecy, waiting on the sidelines, moving in the chess pieces, waiting for the right moment to step forward. 7:30, armoroftruth.net. Join us, my friends. Link to this live stream is in the description of this video. Otherwise, just go to armoroftruth.net. Scroll down right here. Click on that thumbnail and come join us. We'll see you there later on. God bless you, my friends. We'll see you tonight.